we go, chat. Come on, please be something good. Please be something good. Please, for the love of God. Not even powerful. Not even powerful, dude. Are you kidding? Hey guys, I just want to make a quick video talking about this real quick, about the Dawning event rewards. You know, I woke up super early to do this. We farmed, we just finished it. And as you saw in the clip at the beginning, the rewards were a random exotic and an Ascendant Shard. And like, I think I got like a Ghost Shell and maybe a Sparrow. So like a couple Eververse rewards. So essentially the loot that you get from like 2 bright engrams and literally a Grandmaster Nightfall. And sometimes in Grandmaster Nightfalls, you actually get like 2, it's double rewards right now. So 3 or 4 Ascendant Shards and 1 or 2 exotics, right? So because it's double Grandmaster rewards right now, you can spend 30 minutes running a Glassway Grandmaster or even a Master Nightfall and get more rewards than the community challenge that a lot of us spent a lot of time on. Now, I did not spend the most time on this out of anyone. I know people like Chevy spent hours and hours and hours. I have about 1700% Dawning Spirit generated. I'd say that's probably over about 20 hours of gameplay specifically towards this. Maybe 15 or 20, a lot of it on stream. So I've spent quite a long time grinding for this, and that's fine. I'm not trying to say I'm entitled to any sort of rewards or anything like that, but I do want to have a discussion for something that Bungie seems to miss a lot, and that is time investment and consistency with the loot that you get from time investment. And please, I just want to make a note, please don't be toxic in the comments. Like, this is all constructive criticism, right? We're all disappointed, and that's fine. But if I see any like super unnecessary name calling, well, all name calling is unnecessary, but anything that's like super unnecessarily toxic or name calling or anything like that, like, I'm just gonna remove the comment and ban you. It's as simple as that. The point of these videos is not to bitch and moan for just to do it. It's for constructive criticism, and so I really want that to come across as important. So the community challenge, if you guys didn't know, was to generate 1 billion Dawning Spirit. And there was already a thing where the community wasn't doing it fast enough, so they increased it by 3 times 300% times 3, however you want to word it, where we essentially ended up doing around, if you do the math, somewhere around half of the community challenge that we were actually supposed to do because they did it late, maybe like half to like 40%. So we already did. The engagement already wasn't there, and I feel like that's because a lot of the community is, you know, traveling for the holidays or whatever, but also they've been burned by these things in the past. And what I will say is historically Bungie has done an excellent job with community events. Like, they've missed the mark in terms of community participation. I think that's a whole different topic, but I think in terms of community participation, the individual should get rewarded in addition to the community. So there's one reward for the entire community, but say for this, if you do break 1000% Dawning Spirit, maybe people like me would get like an additional 3 Ascendant Shards or whatever. People like Chevy that got like 3,000 or 4,000, they just, you know, they get bankrolled or what. You know, these are just examples, but I think they should be individually rewarded, and then there should be a community reward. But the whole point of this video is more about the community. And so if we look at the 3 community events in the history of Destiny, you have the Empyrean Foundation, which literally rewarded the trailer for Trials. That is a huge, supposed to be game-changing moment for the game. That is gigantic. You were really building towards something. There was an in-game cutscene, there was lore. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It got us Trials back in terms of like canonically. Really freaking awesome. The second one, which I think is the best reward but the worst community event, would be the Seraph Towers one. You have to do like a million or 30 million or something insane public events on the moon, the EDZ, and IO. And when you finish that, you got the Felwinter quest, which was insane. It was bugged, that kind of sucked, but the quest was awesome. That was a great community event in terms of reward. That's what we're looking for. They introduced this one with the Dawning, which obviously the Dawning Spirit event, which obviously didn't have the community's hype around it. And, you know, there were multiple tiers of rewards, which was really cool. But the end reward, like I mentioned, ended up being 1 random exotic, I believe. I don't know if this was consistent. This is what I got. 1 random exotic, 1 Ascendant Shard, and like I got like 2 Eververse items, maybe 3. Like I definitely got a Spare and a Ghost. I maybe got an emote as well. I don't really remember. And like I said, that's literally the equivalent of like 2 or 3 bright engrams and a Grandmaster. And that's actually worse loot than a Grandmaster. And so essentially you have the entire community spending a lot of time and effort doing these things that at the end of the day gives us a reward for something we could have done in 20 minutes. And so I think this is something that Bungie, I personally think Bungie needs to really work on is time investment in loot. And it shouldn't be, you know, I'm not asking for 50 Ascendant Shards. It should be more about the uniqueness of loot. The longer time you spend on it, the more unique the loot should be. Maybe an exclusive emote would have been cool. I'm not really saying that would have been the best way to do that, but that would have been cool. I think my ideal things would have been Heir Apparent for everyone, and the Heir Apparent Catalyst for everyone who has Heir Apparent already. I think that would have been really cool. And my like most ideal situation would have been this was the way that we could unlock the Hawkmoon random rolls. Historically, both community events that we've had previous to this unlocked like in-game activities. That's an in-game activity. That would have been perfect. You know, we already know it's coming. This just would have been a really cool way to kick it off. And I think that would have been fantastic. You know, you just go to the EDZ, you run this mission over and over again, and you can farm random rolls of the Hawkmoon. I think that literally would have been the perfect reward. It was there on a silver platter for Bungie. And so I just wanted to make this video to voice my concern, to gauge what the community feels like. I'm not mad. I'm more disappointed than anything, but I feel like that's just because I feel like more and more with rewards, Bungie consistently, you know, it's not maybe their job to temper expectations as much. Maybe it is a little bit, but I'm not as mad at that. But measuring time input for reward output. I think a really good example is if you're farming Spirit or Essence of the Dawning, right? You can run a hunt, a tier 2 hunt for 15. You can do a legendary Lost Sector for 17 to 22. Those things both take like a minute to 2 minutes. Or you can do an entire raid for 6. And I feel like that's the perfect illustration of what's going on here. A raid that takes 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 45, unless you're Sillamar and you're running it in 12. That gives you 6 essence. And the easier activities that you can do solo and you can farm incredibly quickly give you more. And that literally does not make sense. It does not make sense at all. And I feel like that is the perfect comparison to this, where this required just as much work. Maybe not as the Imperium Foundation, but definitely as much as the Seraph Tower event. And the reward was less than a Grandmaster Nightfall. So I just wanted to make this and voice my concern and kind of gauge the community. Once again, please, no unnecessary toxicity in the chat. You know, all constructive criticism. Use your voices to help make the game a better place, not just to be an asshole. So that's where I'm going to leave this. Once again, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy this video, you like what I'm saying, make sure to leave a like rating and share with your friends. If you are interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, you can click at their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed to more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video.